Good evening, everybody. It's a great opportunity to talk about it. And not too many people have come to know about this project here. I'm fortunate to share it with you all, you guys. My name is Anujay, and I've been in the US for 18 years. Now I think we have to start speaking about it. This image came to me. They were actually going to build this colossal joke. They thought this was going to be a monument for biodiversity. And they just conjured up in Photoshop. It's not like, you pick up a brain surgery book and then start operating upon your brain. Monuments actually have a story to tell. What is the story that we are trying to tell here? It is biodiversity. Not too many people know about biodiversity. Only scientists are limited to this kind of knowledge. And the story has to be Indian as well, because we are trying to build some monument here for the first time. And the biodiversity concept invariably has three levels, which is at the system, species, and DNA levels, the diversity happens. The system is Prakriti, species is Prani, Antarlaya, Akhanda Mandalakaram, Myaptam, Yena Characharam, is a beautiful Guru Stotram which gives the leeway to this kind of a concept here, was conceptualized. And in Nasadaya Sukta, it says that anything that a man can conceive of is not the actual truth. It is actually it helps me to make a disclaimer that this is just an artistic expression of what I'm trying to do as a monument here, and which actually has the three elements. Of course, 5 elements here. I'm going to skip those things. Here you have the air element and the earth element being represented in the circular form in the 12 trees, and then the latitudes and the tree of life, which has 191 classifications of life which are being depicted on the floor there. And then the fire element is being depicted by 108 LED lights, because in a Rudraksha you have 108 of them. And in fact, sun breathes once in 108 seconds. Maybe that is the connection that we have in a spiritual way. And those things are lights which light up at the night. And this is the symbolic of fire. And then we move on to the next level, which is a graphical bowl which actually delineates all the system, species, and DNA, the Antarlaya, Prani, and all these things. When you go to this monument, you can actually go look at it in detail, which is Rajoguna, Tamoguna, and Satoguna being depicted in these kind of qualities, which brings everything together as a concept. And now here, this is a bowl of water. Water actually is represented in astrology by mind. Mind actually means that, Prapancha is the 5 elements comes to 4 because of the mind. And mind is being represented here because it is 30 feet in diameter. Actually, Earth is 30 times bigger than the moon. And now, the 4 elements together we have being symbolized. But the ether element is something which represents the whole 4 elements together, which spring up the pylon. The pylon comes up, and the pylon itself is composed of 3 elements. We have this beautiful species pylon, which has 48 pentagonal holes. A pentagon actually represents a sugar molecule. The 48 because it takes 48 seconds for the sunlight to come down to the earth to instigate all this photosynthesis and the life that is being created there. And this is the side elevation of the pylon here, and you see that the steel structure which is behind, which is the space, and then the stone structure, which is Eta gold from Rajasthan, which is the species, and then the DNA helical there, which represents the detail. And this is the photo that was taken on the first day when we started digging, and the whole thing took only for 59 days to complete. And we can see that we hit the road and then started digging those things. And there were a lot of difficulties because it started raining at the right time, and then we were not sure whether we're going to complete it in the given time. And this is the built monument. Now there are some pictures that we can go through all the details, and the graphic bowl there depicting the species, the evolution of man, and to all the details. The one that I missed on that species tower is, as you go down from all the way up, you see the ascending order of the magnitude of each and every living cell, which comes up to the human level at the top and atomic level at the bottom. And this was the 2 days prior to the opening, before Prime Minister came. And these are some of the detailed shots of the pylon. They have the species tower juxtaposed by the steel tower. And in fact, the white portion on that steel tower is actually 8 feet tall, which represents the 8 million species that have been found so far. There are 32 million species on the earth. And here on the edge of it, on the top, here you see on that slide on that rightmost thing, you see Dashavataras, which is the mythical representation of how the evolution took place, right from the Matsyavatara to the Buddha at the top. And then there's a lot more that it's very tough for me to finish the whole presentation in 6 seconds. I mean, like 6 minutes. This will be open to the public pretty soon. So we would have a lot of visitors, and then there are plaques around which explains the whole concept. And those are the pictures on September 11th when I was explaining the whole thing with the model to the Chief Minister. And then these are the plaques on the right top, and then the monument that was built and lit at night just the day before. And then right at the bottom we have me explaining it to the Prime Minister and the other dignitaries. And here in this photograph I have the team that made the whole thing possible, even though the idea came out of my mind, but these are the people that made this thing a possibility. That the CM also wasn't sure whether we were going to finish it in 59 days, and we managed to do it, and we were really proud of it. Thank you very much.